This is Lieutenant Jaress. I'm at the Sarasota Police Department. I'm currently with Chad Stacy. His date of birth is 3/10/82. He came to the city of Sarasota 2 days ago, and I'll let him tell his story.
Yeah, that confirms my identity. I was in the 28-day program there.
Tell us where were you?
I was in East Naples, Willows program, which dual diagnosis drug and alcohol treatment program for psychiatric and drug and alcohol counseling. The last team meeting, we discussed my discharge plan. My discharge plan would be to safe, secure housing, either a sober living house or an additional program. I don't know the date, but
Okay.
the Friday previous to...
Would have been Friday the 13th.
Yeah, Friday the 13th, the director and the discharge administrator gave me 3 options. An option in Louisiana, an option in Georgia, and the option of Salvation Army. And I strongly expressed the Salvation Army. I would not be stable in a homeless shelter. And and they said I had the weekend to talk to a weekend therapist. Her name is Patricia, to decide.
Who's they? What's their names?
Kyle.
Okay.
He is the discharge administrator, and I believe Leo, he's a director.
Okay. So they told you have the weekend to think about it?
Yes,
Okay.
and I talked to Patricia. Patricia then communicated with my therapist, and so I just remained calm over the weekend. Like I was going to see my Dr. Lotto on Tuesday for an additional week, which is protocol, an additional week extension until a bed opens. Monday morning, I'm on the phone. First of all, Monday morning I talked to Maureen, the head nurse. She says, "No worries, Chad. You're just up for discharge. Doesn't mean you're going to be." And so I proceeded to, after Robert, patient advocate, told me I am being discharged, I got on the phone with Medicare. They then transferred me to QIO to let me know that I have a right and responsibility to appeal a decision. They only operate on Monday through Friday. Monday got there, Robert, the patient advocate, was like, "You're being discharged today," and I was upset. So I went to the phone, got QIO on the phone, started the process of the information they needed. They surrounded me, threatened to call the police on me if I didn't pack my stuff and get ready to go.
And what did they tell you you were going?
Sarasota, to be homeless. That's the Salvation Army.
Did they tell you why did they choose Sarasota to drop you off at?
They gave me no reason.
They gave you no reason.
They said, they didn't let me explore my options.
And then who transported you up here?
They have transporters that are employed that either take people to doctor's appointments or to take you where you need to go when you're discharged.
And it was a van, or?
It was a car. First, it was a van. A Hispanic gentleman that took me to the pharmacy to get my medication, and because of that delay, the delay was the doctor didn't call in my Class A controlled substance known as clozapine. I had to have my clozapine. I called an officer because I was upset about it. So that was a delay. They got him called in. That driver left me there, and then a new transporter came, and he was in a silver Chevy and transported me from East Naples to Sarasota.
Where did they drop you off at 9th and Central, Salvation Army?
Yeah.
In the parking lot by the front doors?
Yeah.
And what did they tell you to do?
Get myself checked in.
Okay. And then what happened?
Well, I don't have an ID. I didn't. And they needed to know if I was ever arrested in Florida so they could see a mugshot and verify who I was. I've been arrested in Florida. I've been arrested in Cincinnati. So they called Cincinnati and they found out that unfortunately I have this charge that's in the process of appeal, the registry.
Okay. And then because of your
of that,
status.
I'm on the street. Yeah.
And then what did you do? Where did you sleep Monday night then? Or what did you do?
Well, I've been to the hospital 3 times now.
For what?
First of all, I called because of my anxiety due to being put in a suppressed situation, and the hospital saw me for that, and also for, I had high blood pressure. My blood pressure was 149 over 90 something. that Dr. Lotto should have prescribed all medications while I was taking it to Willows. He didn't, and he prescribed 4. And the 5th one, again, to reiterate, was what held me up in getting to East Naples at a good hour. So I got my blood pressure medicine and my stomach medicine at the hospital the first time I went in again. So I've been where I've been is the hospital. I've been in 3 times now.
Have you been admitted to the hospital? Like, you stayed overnight or stayed for a couple hours? Or
I was overnight. The 16th.
Okay.
And they discharged me, I think, about 5, 6 in the morning. And so then I remained in the area. Last night I tried to get myself checked back in for psych reasons because I take Seroquel, lithium, clozapine, and PTSD medication. And, you know, I was just like, I just need one night so I can get my homeward bound ticket stuff taken care of. They wouldn't let me do that. So I slept at I fell asleep at the bus stop right in front of the hospital.
Okay, and then today you called us again, and the police department came, and we're helping, Officer Kimball's helping you get your ID.
Yesterday afternoon they explained what they needed to do. I've made home contact and I have a place to go. And they said first thing in the morning, do the same thing, contact a PD and get in touch with Social Services and Salvation Army for a homeward bound ticket.
Okay, so now you're here. I'm gonna get you a ride to Resurrection House where you can make phone calls, and then you're gonna get you homeward bound so you can get back to Ohio and get your status changed, and then get on with your life in Cincinnati. So,
Okay. The 17th is the date of appeal. I've contacted my attorney. I told him as soon as I know when I'm headed back there, I'll be to his office.
Okay.
So, we need to discuss the case.
Okay.
He hasn't got a response from the prosecutor yet, but there's been plenty of people in Cincinnati successfully go through these appeals. There's so many people that were drunk in that park when the homeless shelter was still there. They moved it.
So let me ask you, how have we treated you since you got to Sarasota? How's your experience been here?
I've been commended for being calm. The police have been very helpful as far as social services and what to do and how to go about my situation. Even when I was dropped off at the Salvation Army, I was in there, they found out I couldn't stay there. The officers that they suggested me trying to go straight into his first step, but they were with some misinformation. They thought I could be accepted 24/7.
Which officers were that? SPD here, or how did you come in contact with officers?
The Salvation Army had them come there.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to assist. And they suggested, you know, there's people that are kicked out of the Salvation Army, and they're like, well, there's a place over here you can sleep and not be bothered.
Okay.
That night, I just ended up looking. I was lost and walking. I called my 911 non-emergency like 5 times for help in trying to, 18th Street. One way was a dead end. The other way was where his first step is. Knocked on our door. Sorry, no overnight admittance unless you're Baker Act. So I was just up all that night, and then I ended up, because of my anxiety, I could feel my blood pressure racing. I walked 3 miles. I was tired. I got an EMS to take me to the hospital. And that's where I've been since.
Okay. All right.
This is like some emotional distress. I can't afford to pay a lawyer, but I think some legal action should definitely be taken against the Willows.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out why, how and why you got to Sarasota, and but it wasn't your choice. That's where they recommended you came.
Yeah, I didn't just come here to be homeless on my own terms.
All right, I get that.